Hey guys, how's it going? It's Amanda. Today I'm back with another edition of my Ultimate Smart Home Tech. And today it's going to be about my media center in my office. So recently I got a new Sony 4K TV and I have my Xbox One hooked up to that. And normally it takes all these devices just between my Apple TV, my speakers, my TV, my lights, and the Xbox One. And that's a lot of controllers to lose, keep charged, and just manage. So today I'm not going to focus on the devices themselves, but rather how to control all these devices with one remote. This is the Logitech Harmony Elite remote. So this is Logitech's latest Harmony remote, and they do have some cheaper models. If you need a little less features, they may be great for you. But one of the things that I love about this one is the fact that it has 15 different devices that it can control, and also it will work inside of your cabinet if you have a closed cabinet. And then you can also add other home devices like your Nest thermostats and even dedicated buttons for your lighting controls and even smart plugs. Some of the key features are on-screen gestures, motion activated backlit buttons, vibration feedback. It can learn from your other IR remotes so you don't have to use those any longer. You can create multi-command macros, customize up to 50 of your favorite channels, control devices according to schedules. You can recharge it with the charging station, and setup is easy using your smartphone. So in the box, you're going to get your remote, a couple extra IR sensors, your charging dock, there's a hub which I already have installed in my cabinet, and then your power cord. So the docking station itself is really great because not only does it charge your device, it gives you a place to put it so that you're not constantly using it and having to try to find it. But if you should happen to, have no fear because you can use your phone and the Harmony app to control all the devices. This is also where you manage all the devices. So you can rearrange them, and not only does it change it on the app, it also changes it in the remote itself. This is also where you add new devices. You can do it manually or scan Wi-Fi for new devices. Using the on-screen controls on the remote, you can select devices to control each item individually, or you can set up activities. So activities is what it's all about. So this is my Play Xbox One. It's going to turn my TV on, select the correct input, turn on the Xbox, turn my speakers on, and even set the color of the lights for the mood I have chosen when I play Xbox One. These are all customizable to your choosing, and you choose all that in the app. So where it goes even one step further is with Amazon Alexa. Alexa, trigger Apple TV. And that opens up a whole new realm of voice control. You can also integrate IFTTT and so many other things that really makes this a crazy amount of control using your voice and just this controller or even smart hubs. So if you'll notice, the Apple TV never actually is showing on my screen. I guess the input didn't get selected. Sometimes that happens whether you're using the remote manually, using voice control. It really doesn't make any difference. If we actually look at my remote, I'm gonna have to back up here, hit activities. It thinks the Apple TV mode has been set. It thinks it's playing right now. For whatever reason, sometimes there's just little glitches. And if you're familiar with smart home tech at all, this is very common. Things just sometimes don't work 100% every time. I don't think it's a huge deal, but it is frustrating at times. If you'll notice, whenever I turn the off button, everything didn't go off. You actually can manually select what happens whenever you turn it off. Maybe it takes it back to its previous state, or maybe it does something special. That's up to you as well. But once I reset it, everything came on like it was supposed to. I have found one issue that I do think is a bit of a problem. I can't control my Apple TV correctly. I can press left, I can press right, I can press up, and it all works no matter what. When I try to press down, it just jumps. It doesn't select down for whatever reason. It doesn't matter if I'm using the remote or if I go into the app, the Harmony app, and press down there, it still doesn't work. You can see the app just bouncing there. It doesn't ever select it. And just to show you that it's not my Apple TV, if I slide down on the remote, no issues. So I'm not really sure what's going on with that part. The remote itself has some smart gestures, and you can control these by selecting the gesture that you're going to do up, down, left, right, and you can control them to different devices. So here it's letting me choose either my speakers or my Apple TV. And I think the speakers, it's just slide up for volume or slide down for volume. I'm not positive. I haven't tried to select those, but I even tried this with the down, and it still didn't work to select the down arrows, or shift down on the screen, I should say. Taking a look at the remote itself, there are a bunch of physical buttons, and many of these are even customizable. If we look at the bottom of the remote, you will see the connectors for where it's going to charge, and there's even a little port here with a micro USB. I'm assuming if you're having troubles doing a Wi-Fi update, you can manually update it here or maybe even charge it, although I haven't tried that. The battery is removable, but I've tried pulling on this thing a few places and I'm assuming there's a screw somewhere I'm going to have to take out because I'm not really sure where to access it. But you can change it whenever the time comes. Another little great touch is the fact that they had this grip on here so you know which direction you're holding the remote automatically when you pick it up. As I mentioned before, there are dedicated lighting and smart plug buttons. If you don't have any smart plugs or smart lights, you can definitely reroute those to something else, even one of your activities. And there's also red, yellow, blue, and green buttons to control your Xbox and PS4. You can also control your lights using the lights up here. You cannot adjust the color, you have to do that within the app, but you can change the color brightness. Here you can see a demo. I can flip it on and flip it back off. You can use right here to slide up and down, use this little slider, or you can go down to where the lighting buttons themselves are. You can turn them on and off to whichever ones you have programmed, or use this little up and down arrow to adjust the brightness. Well guys, there are so many things that this remote can do, and there's no way I'm going to be able in a few minutes video show you everything that it can possibly do. There are many devices I don't even own yet, like smart locks and different things that you can integrate into this, but I hope I gave you guys just a little bit of a taste of some of the awesome things that it can do. The one thing that may hold some of you back is the price tag. This is a $350 remote. If you don't need all these features, you can get one of the previous models and it'll still do many of the things, but this is definitely the one to rule them all. Well guys, if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.